You ever feel like isometric RPGs have been stuck in a rut? What if there was one that mixes classic vibes with some fresh twists? Today I'm talking about Sector Unknown. Let's see what makes it stand out from the crowd. The demo is dropping May 25th and early access starts this June. And finally, I want to thank Creative Storm Entertainment for hooking me up with an early access Steam key. Alright, let's dive in. And the first thing I want to talk about is character building and customization. You start this game off as a prisoner escaping from a transport ship's crash, which is stranded on a hostile planet called Maku. And the first thing you'll be doing in the game is building your character, picking origin stories and personality traits that actually change how the game plays. For example, if for origin you would pick ex-military, that would give you better combat skills and access to heavier weaponry from the start. But if you go with the outlaw path, this gives you sneaky dialogue options and street smart perks. And the same applies with the charismatic or the lone wolf or the pragmatic personality traits. Each of them will give you unique options and benefits. And once the customization is done, the real fun starts, because the game will start and you will be diving in a world full of exploration and planetary diversity. The game's universe has 6 unique planets, each with different terrain, challenges and their own stories. So we have Maku, which is the starting planet, which is a barren desert-like world. And it's also the place where you'll be spending a lot of time, because that's where your base camp is set up. And once the story takes off, you'll be visiting different planets, such as an ice planet, a hot planet, plus 3 other planets with their own ecosystems, own enemies and their own specific missions. So this game has a lot of ways to go, has a lot of routes you can take. Another element which is really important in this game are the combat mechanics and the tactical depth. This game, the combat offers turn-based action and demands a solid mix of tactics, ability use and positioning. And while fighting, you can mix stuff up. There are different weapons like sniper rifles, shotguns and energy weapons, which all have a specific effect and specific range and their own unique impact. And we also have weapons which do elemental damage, like fire weapons that can ignite enemies, or electric weapons that can stun robotic enemies. So you have different combat styles and different weapons to use, but you also have specific perks and abilities. You have a perk like quick reflexes or stealth abilities, and you also have abilities to interact with terrain. So there are enough possibilities to mix your fighting up. And another key element I found out while playing this game is your base. It's the base building and it's the crafting system. Your main base of operation is situated on Maku. It's the place where you craft your gear and you plan your missions and you manage the resources you gather. While going on missions, there is lots of stuff to discover and there's lots of material you can scavenge. And all those materials like scrap metal, electronics, alien artifacts you can use to create weapons, armor and other tech gadgets. And the difficulty and the challenge lies in the fact that you need to find the specific components to build a specific weapon. And after a while you'll be able to craft more ingenious equipment. After a while you'll be able to upgrade your research facilities, and that will allow you to research alien tech, which in turn lets you improve on existing weapons or develop completely new ones, like energy shields or faster reload speeds. So the game is full of stuff to help you enhance the experience and enjoy the world. And now a bit more about the story itself and the choices it lets you take. And in this game, the choices that you make will affect the story, and it will also affect how other factions will see you, which in turn also has its impact on the storyline. There are different factions which will ask you to do stuff, and if you will complete those missions, it will give you certain benefits. So for example, you have the Star Frontier Corp and you have independent factions, and each of these factions will ask you to do stuff, and in return they will give you something back. So it's really up to you which faction you would align or which faction you would decide to hinder. But always keep in mind that every choice you make will have an impact on the story and how other factions will perceive you. And these choices will also have consequences on the mission stories. Different choices will lead to different endings in the mission. So there you go, my review about the game Sector Unknown, which in my sense nails a strong mix of RPG depth, tactical combat and a rich sci-fi world. And of course, keeping in mind that it's still early days with early access, but this game does really show promise. Maybe it doesn't have the most refined mechanics or the most beautiful graphics out there, but if you like classic RPGs with a modern twist and a good story, this one does deliver. Well, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown, and if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel for more. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you the next time.